I tried this recipe about 3 different times, and I switched stuff around. I tried with coconut flour, I tried without the xanthan gum. I tried different ways to see what I could get to make it taste like almost exactly like the real champurrado, and this is it. The coconut flour was good, however it had the coconutty taste, which my testers did not. They liked it, but they were like, it's okay. And I don't go for it's okay. I want it's good, it's tasty, it tastes exactly the same. So I tweaked it a few times until this time with, you know, the almond flour and with the xanthan gum. My husband's like, whoa, this tastes exactly the same. So I hope you like the recipe, and if you have any questions, let me know and I will answer them. 2 cups of water. I'm gonna bring that to a boil. For 1 cinnamon stick. Okay, so I'm gonna throw that in there and then just let that boil. I'm gonna let it boil until the water starts turning colors. As you can see, it's clear right now. So I'm just gonna leave it in there to boil. Smell the cinnamon. As you can see, the water is starting to change colors. It's not the intensity that I wanted just yet. I can smell it. It smells amazing. So I'm just gonna keep it here boiling for a few more minutes. Not really saying, oh, boil it for 5 minutes or boil it for 10 minutes. You want to boil it until the water turns slightly reddish to give that strong cinnamon spice taste that champurrado has. So that's what I'm doing. As you can see, though, it's reduced some, but the water is really has changed color now. So this is how I know it's ready. I probably have around a cup left in here. All right, excuse the recording, but I'm gonna do 2 cups of almond milk, and I'm gonna pour it into here. So maybe 1. I'm keeping the cinnamon stick in there, guys, so it all continues to boil. And it's gonna be 2 cups of almond milk. And now I'm gonna do 1 cup of heavy cream. Just wanted to add, I know I said 1 cup, but I actually did 1.5 cups of heavy cream. So 1.5 cups. This is to just help give it the creaminess. Okay, while that's warming up, I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of almond flour, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, no unsweetened cocoa powder, so this is just pure cacao. 2 tablespoons. And you're gonna do about 3/4 of a cup of sweetener of your choice, and then we're just gonna go ahead and whisk that up. I'm gonna add xanthan gum as the thickener. So champurrado tends to be a little bit on the kind of thicker side, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that in here, in there, and then I'm just gonna whisk everything together, just mixing everything really well together. If there's any big large pieces of the cacao, you can just kind of smush them with this. A little bit of cinnamon powder in here, just a little bit, not too much, because there's already some in the water that we boiled at first. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pour this into this mixture slowly. I'm gonna keep the whisk in here because I'm gonna keep moving this. You don't want to walk away from this, guys, because then it will stick. So it's hard to do it with one hand, so I'm gonna do that and then just kind of whisk till I see most of it dissolve. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more, and I'm just gonna keep doing that until I have all this mixed in there. Make sure you're consistently whisking this just to make sure everything kind of melts together and it doesn't get all like stuck together, and that it just it's not a thick mixture. So I'm just gonna keep doing this slowly. Take your time putting in the dry mixture. Here, it's all mixed. It's gonna look like this, so it's gonna look kind of frothy like that. But you're just gonna continue to mix it. Make sure that it's not sticking to the bottom. Just continue to mix for a good like 10 minutes until it starts to thicken. And it has thickened some bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. Otherwise, it's just gonna boil and overflow, and you do not want to clean up that mess, trust me. I'm gonna turn it off, and because it's electric stove, I'm gonna go ahead and pull it off there and let this cool. Look at this, yummy goodness, guys, look. So it's thickened quite a bit. I'm gonna let it cool just a tad because I don't want to burn my mouth, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. So here we go, guys, and that is the champurrado. As you can tell, it's a little bit on the thicker side. Again, if you do not like it too thick, because this, as it cools, just as regular champurrado will get thicker as it cools. So if you don't like the thickness and how thick it is, that's okay. You can add a little bit more water, do 3 cups instead of 2, or add more heavy cream or almond milk. I would do almond milk. So you can do that and just kind of adjust as you go. So now we have our tasty cup of champurrado. I'm gonna add a little bit of this on top. This is what it looks like in a mug. Hey guys, so I just wanted to add champurrado, traditional Mexican champurrado, thickens as it cools because of the masa that they put in there. So what we do to thin that out is heat it up again, boil it, it becomes thinner. Same thing with this recipe. As it cools, you're gonna notice, or it gets cold, you're gonna notice it becomes really, really thick. So if it's the next day or later on, all you have to do is heat it up, boil it again, and it will thin out. If you feel that it's too thick for your liking, because some people like it runny, some people like it thicker, all you have to do is adjust. So if you want it thinner, add a little bit more almond milk, water, or heavy cream, whichever you prefer. I would probably do almond milk. If you want it thicker, you can add just a tad, a little bit more of xanthan gum. However, be very, very sparse with how much you use, because that you add a little too much xanthan gum and it's gonna be way too thick. But yeah, so